This video is about the remilitarization of the Rhineland. The German Wehrmacht moved troops into the formerly demilitarized Rhineland on the 7th of March 1936. France, the United Kingdom and Italy were important in the context of this historic event. But now to the events that led to the remilitarization of the Rhineland. The Treaty of Versailles formally ended World War I. It also stated that Germany is not allowed to base troops in the Rhineland. After the war, French, Belgian, British and initially United States troops were moved into the Rhineland. The French had further interest in this region. Alongside Belgian troops, they occupied the Ruhr area in 1923. So there were massive tensions in the west of Europe. But there came some sort of normalization with the Locarno treaties. All parties involved acknowledged the new western border of Germany. But they also confirmed the clauses of the Versailles Treaty regarding the Rhineland. And a breach of contract would have meant the intervention of the League of Nations and the guarantors, France, Belgium, the UK and Italy. In this spirit, in the spirit of Locarno, the Allied troops left the Rhineland, and by the 30th of June 1930, the last French troops had left German soil. Then the year 1933 came, and the situation in Germany changed dramatically. The Nazis took over. And one of their main objectives in foreign politics was revisionism, meaning to remove the conditions of the Versailles Treaty. Furthermore, they intensified the rearmament of the German military. But please note, revisionism and especially plans for the remilitarization of the Rhineland existed before 1933. And by 1936, the German military was in no way ready for war with France. Back to the Rhineland, why was it so important? From a French point of view, it gave some sort of buffer zone, some sort of strategic depth against Germany. For the Germans, it would of course be a strategic advantage to have troops directly based on the French border. Furthermore, the area was very important for the armament industry, and therefore military there would give some protection. And if something is important on a strategic and military level, of course, then it is also important on a political and diplomatic level. In 1935, the United Kingdom, France and Italy formed the Stresa Front to confirm the Locarno treaties. But then, later that year, the Italians started the Italo-Ethiopian War, colonial interests in Africa that collided with French and British interests. So there were more than tensions in this Stresa Front. The French Parliament ratified the Franco-Soviet Treaty of Mutual Assistance. And the politicians or the diplomats in Germany said, wonderful, now we have a reason to remilitarize the Rhineland, because this was seen as a breach of the Locarno treaties. And then, on the 7th of March 1936, units of the German Wehrmacht entered the Rhineland. What was the reaction? There was none, apart from some protest notes. The Locarno group and the League of Nations convened, but no results. Why was there no result? First of all, there's pacifism widespread in the United Kingdom and France. There was some disagreement in the French leadership on the political and on the military level. The British had not too much interest to be drawn into European conflict, continental affairs. And some in the UK had the view, actually, the German actions are justified. Now the consequences and the impact of the remilitarization of the Rhineland. For the Stresa Front, this definitely meant game over. The reputation of France and her position towards Germany were weakened. The Nazi regime gained prestige internationally and domestically. As just shown, it was a military and strategic victory for Germany. The remilitarization of the Rhineland was also the precedent for the expansion of Germany that should follow. In March 1938, Germany annexed Austria, in October 1938 the Sudetenland, and in March 1939 the western part of Czechoslovakia. Finally, the remilitarization of the Rhineland was a missed opportunity to stop Hitler at an early stage. That was the remilitarization of the Rhineland in 5